Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you a self-working any card and any number. It is very easy to set up and I hope you will enjoy it. Before we get into the demonstration and tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every day before I leave my home, I shuffle a deck of playing cards twice and then cut once. And take the deck with me to test my luck for that day. Speaking of luck, have you heard of the numerology? Some people believe it holds the laws of the universe and influence a person's character and fortune. The most common way to use it is to add up the digit of the date of birth to get a single digit number, or split the year, month, date into 3 groups, add each group separately to get 3 individual numbers, and then use those numbers to analyze and classify a person's personality. But many people also think the date of birth cannot represent a person's entire life path. The day you were born doesn't define who you are today. So I'm not going to ask for your birthday today. Can you take out your phone, pull out the calculator and make sure there's nothing on the screen, hit the clear button. Because I don't have a spectator here, so I would do the spectator job as well. But remember, I don't have to look at the spectator phone when I'm performing. Then I would say to the spectator, pick a single digit number from 1 to 9, enter it into the calculator. Then input a different single digit number. Then pick another different one. You've been input 3 different single digit numbers, so there's a 3-digit number now, right? This is the set of numbers chosen by your current thought represent your present state. Now imagine a mirror. Imagine the past is the reflection of present. I want to combine your past and present. Simply take your current number and subtract it by reverse it. For example, if your number is 1 to 3, subtract 3 to 1. If that's negative, that's okay. We only care about the number itself. Also, since we start with a 3-digit number, if the result is a 2-digit number, multiply it by 2. If that's still 2-digit, multiply by 2 again. If that's 3-digit, leave it. We can look at the 3 digits separately. They represent 3 things: a weaker element, the qualities you currently contain, and a piece of advice for balance. The smaller digit represent the weaker part. Something might need attention in the future, so what is your smallest digit? After the spectator gives me the answer, I will write the number on the card. In that case, that will be 2. As we know, there are 4 suits in a playing card, ranking from highest to lowest: spade, heart, club, diamond. The number 2, we can also think of it as heart. Heart, like love, can be associated with emotions and feelings. It symbolizes communication with others. The appearance of this number might mean when interact with people, you cannot fully express your inner feelings. The largest number in the 3-digit number that represent the quality you currently contain. What number is that? So there's a 9 here. Among 1 to 9, 9 is the largest. You can think of it as inclusiveness, or as a person with wisdom and experience, who knows what they are doing, know how to listen to others, and know how to be tolerating. As for the last digit, it represents some advice. What's the number? So this is a 7 here. If you turn 7 sideways, it looks like a sickle used for harvesting crops. It requires calmness and patience, and also represent decisive action when the time is right. Putting it all together, that means you know how to be inclusive for others. But in situations where you feel you cannot freely express your inner thought, first be careful not to let the discomfort affect you. Stay calm, observe patiently, and find the right moment to speak up. The missing element and the quality you contain combined is to represent who you are now. And the missing element and the advice combined might represent guidance for the future. As I said, I shuffle a deck of cards every day before I leave my home. In fact, let's say it takes 1 second to shuffle once. From birth to death, it's practically impossible to get the same order twice. The number of possible order of 52 cards is unimaginably huge. Today the results you get is 9 of hearts and 27. If you're going to choose again tomorrow, the result will be completely different, and the order I shuffle tomorrow also be completely different. Let's see what happened when I deal to the 27th position. If these two numbers representing guardians happen to find the card represent you, then promise me, when you face difficulties in the future, take a moment to quiet your mind and listen to your inner voice. Your subconscious has always known what kind of answer you are truly seeking. This is a mentalism style, any card at any number. Very easy to perform, you don't even need to touch your card yourself. And the whole process has a complete logical flow. The core principle used is the reversal force. When we take 3 different numbers and subtract it reverse, the results follow our predictable pattern. Except for the 99, all the results are 3-digit number. The middle digit is always 9, and the first and the last digit always add up to 9. In other words, there's a 9 possibility results: 99, 198, 297, 396, 495, 594, 693, 792, 891. And if you multiply 99 by 2, you get 198. If we ignore the order, 1 always go with 8, 2 always go with 7, 3 always go with 6, 4 always go with 5. By putting the smallest at the front, that will only give you 4 outcomes: 18, 27, 36, and 45. Normally we will find a way to know the first digit from the spectator, and then guess the second and the third, create a mind reading effect, or use it as a 1089 force. After subtracting a 3-digit number by reverse, if the results number is a 3-digit number, then reverse that number and add it to the results. The total will always be 1089. So you can see example here. Normally, if the first subtraction results is a negative number, then won't reach the 1089. To avoid this, we usually ask the spectator to subtract the smaller number from the larger one in the first step. But in the way how I use it, we don't need to care if it's a negative number or not. Instead of my reading, I use that number to force a specific playing card and a 2-digit number. Through this script in the demonstration, I introduce the concept of numerology, and then use the mirror to bring out the idea of a reversal. Make it perfectly natural for the spectator to subtract the reverse number. When I perform the any card at any number, I don't want the spectator just give me a card and a number for no reason. So that's why I'm using this presentation. only because I want the process be a little more meaningful. I chose to have the spectator turn their phone away from me so I cannot see the screen, even though it isn't a mind reading effect where I guess the number. I think not look at the phone gives the spectator a greater sense of freedom. Keep in mind, I don't emphasize at the very beginning that the three numbers must be different. Instead, after the spectator has entered the first number, I casually ask them to enter a different one for the next digit. That pacing ensures the instructions are clear enough, while also increase the chance that the spectator will forget that detail when they try to record it later. If they ever attempt this on their own and happen to use the same digit more than once, it becomes much harder for them to figure out the pattern behind the principle. Then explain that since we start with a 3-digit number, if the result is 2-digit, multiply by 2. If that's still 2-digit, multiply by 2 again. Of course, the only possible 2-digit result is 99, so the spectator only need to multiply once. But with this line, I achieved two things. First, the spectator believes I truly have no idea what the result is, which is why I need to give them such detailed instruction. Second, it subtly implies that the results have infinite possibilities. That seems like might have 2 digits after they multiply once. Although that's not actually the case, it's convincing the spectator that there are a wide range of the possible outcome. Some details might seem minor, but adding them in could make the routine be more complete and logical. Using the numerology concept naturally leads the spectator to choose 3 different digits, and proposing that the past is reflection of the present makes the subtraction of the reverse number feel perfectly justified. Otherwise, in a normal setting, I can't think of a reason why my reading could require the spectator to take out their phone and do the 3-digit math. First, we explain the missing element, the smallest digit. Ignore the order of the digit. The smallest number always be from 1 to 4. Playing cards have 4 suits, so we could naturally point to the card and explain how number correspond to suits. From largest to smallest, 1 is spade, the tip is sharp like a sword. The person who holding it must be rational and careful, or they might hurt themselves and others. 2 is heart. Obviously, the heart shapes represent emotion, inner feelings, and communication with others. 3 is club, like a flower. When I think of flower, rose is the first type of flower come to my mind, symbolizing passion and vitality. 4 is diamond. Diamonds are strong and stable, symbolizing stabilize. Of course, you can also use common order like club, heart, space, diamond if that's easier for you. I just happen to remember them from largest to smallest. You don't have to do exactly like me. Like 2 sides of the scale, the small digit represent what we lack and the largest represent what we already have. Since the largest number will be always 9, you can follow the script from the demonstration. Inclusiveness, wisdom, experience, the ability to give advice. The number represent balance and advice. Always be a digit from 5 to 8. 5 is like a sphere broken by a stone. So 4 dots combine to be a square and a stone in the middle break the frame. It means don't confine by past experience, don't limit your possibility. 6 remind me of a devil's 666. It represents greedy. Pure greedy isn't a good thing, but if you know how to draw the line, keep it from going too far. A little greed can spark motivation and stay passion. 7 turns sideways looks like a sickle, as I said in the demonstration. Harvesting crops require patience and observation, and striking at the right moment. 8 turns sideways looks like rain to use to control a horse. Horse riding require many tools and careful preparation. Only the complete preparation can make you stay safe. By asking the smallest number, write down whatever the spectators say on a playing card. If they say 2, you write down 2 and then flip your card over, draw the heart on it, and then put it on the table. So the next number has to be 9. The number represents what you contain. Just simply write down 9 in the next card. Put it below it. Don't put it side by side, but put it below it. So the heart over here, 9 over here. And if they say 2 at the beginning, the last number has to be 7. Just write down 7 in the next card and then put it on the side by the heart. Next, you can explain that what you lack and what you contain represent who you are now. That will be these two cards combined together. Then naturally you can draw a heart next to the 9. So then flip this card over back to show only the number. Putting out this missing element plus the advice might represent the guidance for the future. This flipping action makes the separate the 27 and the 9.5 reasonably. That's also why at the beginning I specifically flip the card to draw a heart on here. Because when I flip it back, the suit disappears and only the number remains. For the spectator, it's easier to understand that 2 and 7 together make 27, while the separate 9.5 clearly point to a playing card. This vision helps the spectator understand the situation. More importantly, before the image appears, the audience can see the 2 and the 7 at the same time, which means they cannot make the connection between 27 and the 9th heart. That keep the spectator know what is the effect too soon, build up a little bit mystery. Of course, without cards you could just explain it verbally, but I personally think having cards make it easier for the spectator to follow. When you reach to this point, you can refer the lines from my demonstration, explaining this is impossible to shuffle a deck of playing cards with the same order. And if we find that card in 27th position, they should trust the inner force even more. Since the largest numbers is always 9, the card can only be 9 of clubs, spade, heart, diamond. And since the missing part is represented by the smallest digit, it always starts by 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the number represent advice could only be 5, 6, 7, 8, which break the original order of the calculated results. There are only 4 possible numbers: 18, 27, 36, 45. So you take out all the 9s and then shuffle the rest of the deck. And put the 9 of spades in the 18th position. This one is the 27th position. This one in the 36. This one is a 45. And that's it. That's the setup you need to do. Because the deck is fully mixed, the spectator can deal the card face up if they want. There's only 4 9s set up. The spectator won't notice anything unusual while dealing. And since there are only 4 possibilities, so there's no need to improvise. You can just prepare 4 different stories for the script and then remember it and then say it in the performance. For the reading, would that be accurate? I hope everyone understands that humans are extremely complex. Even someone with many friends won't necessarily disagree if you say they feel lonely sometimes. More importantly, when doing a reading, don't be too focused on being exactly right. Instead, focus on giving the spectator the feeling you're trying to understand them. They are your audience, and our goal is to make them feel happy and comfortable. Do not treat them as objects that just clap when the trick is over. For this trick, we have to set up the deck, so we need to use our deck instead of a borrowed deck. Cannot let the spectator shuffle the card beforehand. I know some people might feel this is not impromptu enough, but in my presentation, use my own deck actually make more sense. What I want to demonstrate is my randomly shuffled deck can match the spectator random choice. I'm not focused on the reveal at the end. I care about making the entire process feel like it carries some kind of special meaning. Not just someone thought of a card and that card happened to be a certain position. Alright, that's all I want to share today. I hope this spurs some interest in reading and interpretation. If you like the way I present this trick, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.